Let's discuss about finding the equation of a median. But first, let's define a median. A median actually inova a line that goes from a vertex to midpoint. The word vertex actually inorela a corner. So a triangle here and then inale three corners. So a vertex inorela a corner. Let's say question area, find the equation of a median C. Based on this definition, a median is a line that goes from a vertex to midpoint of opposite side. So if this is point C, the opposite this point C give this line. And then this point it's only the midpoint wa AB, or that line opposite to that vertex. So because re tseba gore kgone go the equation re la gore tlo find a gradient, re tseba y is equals to mx plus c. So re la gore re tlo tshwana gore re the gradient, but re tseba gore gradient re ka kgona go e finda ge e le gore re tseba the 2 points. Re la gore re tlo tshwana gore re tsebe di coordinates ja this line mo re na le point ya c, and then re tlo tshwana gore re tsebe this point, let's say ke point M. So ge re ka tseba these coordinates ja M, re la gore we can easily find the gradient. But this one is very easy because re tseba gore this point ya M ke the midpoint wa AB. So re la gore finding the coordinates ja M, re tlo find the midpoint wa AB. And then let's say if this question e be re find the equation ya median A, re la first e be re tlo draw ya a straight line from that point A ya opposite. So re la gore e be re tlo nyaka this line. So re la gore e be re tlo find the midpoint wa BC, because re tseba gore this point e tshwanetse gore e be the midpoint, e be magareng ga that line. And then what if question e be nyaka re find the median wa B? We tlo dira the same thing, ra draw ya a line, and then that line ya opposite to that side, and then ra make sure ya this is the midpoint, and then from there ra find out the midpoint wa AC, and then ra tla ba re kry-ile these coordinates. So from there we can easily find the gradient. And then this question here, determine the equation of a median AE. Re na le a triangle ABC, and then on this triangle o ka kgona bona gore ga re ne point E. So it means this point E is somewhere on this triangle. But based on this question e re la gore re na le point ya A, so e re la gore re nyaka the median wa A. So re tlo draw ya a line from this point ya A, and then e ya opposite to that line, and then ya ba at the midpoint. So in other words, this point ke yona point ya E. So re nyaka the equation ya line AE, which is the median A. Re tseba gore the first thing first, re tlo tshwana gore re find the coordinates ja E, so that re tla re kgona go the gradient ya line AE. So re tlo shumisha a midpoint formula go find the coordinates of E, because E is the midpoint of BC. So re tlo shumisha a midpoint formula, which says x1 plus x2 divide by 2, and then y1 plus y2 divide by 2. So from there I'm going to name the coordinates. Let's say this is x1, y1, and then let's say this is x2 and y2. So from there I can substitute. X1 is 2, and then x2 is 4, and then y1 is 4, and then y2 is minus 2. And then from there another 2 plus 4, which is 6, and then 4 plus minus plus, and minus minus. So this is the same as 4 minus 2, and then 4 minus 2 is just 2. So originally 2 over 2, and therefore 6 over 2 is 3, and then 2 over 2 is 1. So the coordinates of E is 0.3 and 1. So from there ke tlo tshwana gore ke kreye gradient ya AE. So the formula ya gradient e y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So because ke nyaka gradient ya AE, let's say this is x1, y1, x2 and y2. So now I can substitute y2 get 1, and then minus y1, which is negative 2, and then x2 get 3, and then x1 it's minus 3. So from there this is the same as 1 plus 2 because get minus and minus, and then can 3 minus and minus, which is 3. So from there originally 1 plus 2, which is just 3, and then 3 plus 3 is 6. So the gradient line AE is half. So ke kry-ile the gradient, which is 1 over 2. So from there ke a tseba gore nka kgona go find the equation so easy. Equation re ka ikreya by using this formula: y is equals to mx plus c, or o ka shumisha this one ya y minus y1 is equals to m at x minus x1. So it's all up to you when I shumisha efeng, but as for me ke tlo shumisha this one. So out from there ke na le y is equals to, and then ke kry-ile gradient yaka, which is 1 over 2. And then now we can choose any point on your line ya AE. So we can choose a point ya A, or we can choose a point ya E. So it's all up to you when I choose a thing. Let's say na ke choose a point ya E. So this is my x, and then this is my y. So mo ke bona x ke tlo bea coordinate ya x, and then mo ke bona y ka bea coordinate ya y gore ke kgone find a point ya C. So point ya ya y ke 1, and then ya x ke 3. So from there I can easily solve for point C. So this is the same as 1 is equals to 1 over 2 times 3 is 3 over 2, and then plus C. Therefore nga solve a point ya C, ke tlo 3 over 2 ka isha to the other side. So this is the same as 1 minus 3 over 2, and then 1 minus 3 over 2 ile kana le negative half. So ke kry-ile point ya C. So from there nga substitute ka point ya C, and then ka find the equation. So my equation ile kana le y is equals to, because gradient yaka is half, and then point yaka C it's negative 1 over 2. So this is my equation. Remember already rata ka shumisha this formula, and then not create the same thing. So this is my answer anyway. And then this one here, in the diagram below, triangle ABC is given with A, B, and C. Determine the median of triangle ABC from point C. Barfile triangle ABC, and then barfile the coordinates ja those points. So this question in yaga re determine the median ya point C. Ra tsaba gore re tlo draw a line from this point, and then ya opposite, and then this point the midpoint ya AB. So let's just say this is point M. So re tlo nyaka the coordinates ja this M, re shumisha the midpoint formula. X1 plus x2 divide by 2, and y1 plus y2 divide by 2. And then let's say this is x1, y1, and then x2, and then y2. So from there, let's substitute. So x1 it's minus 3, and then x2 k minus 2, and then y1 is 4, and then y2 it's minus 3. So from there, this is the same as minus 3 minus 2 over 2, because ke 3, because ke plus and minus for minus, and then this one plus and minus, so ordinarily 4 minus 3 over 2, and then minus 3 minus 2, this is the same as minus 5 over 2, and then 4 minus 3 is 1, so this is 1 over 2. So these are the coordinates jar point M. So ordinarily minus 5 and 2, minus 5 and 2, and then le 1 and 2. So from there re ka find a gradient ya this line ya MC. Gradient ya MC. So this is the same as y2 minus y1, and then divide by x2 minus x1. So let's name these points. Let's say this is x1, and then y1, x2, and y2, because that's now a gradient ya this line ya MC. So y2 yarna is 1, and then y1 is half, and then our x2 get 2 minus, and then negative 5 over 2. So from there, 1 minus half is just half, and then divide by, this is the same as 2 minus minus, so this is the same as 2 plus 5 over 2, and then half divide by 2 plus 5 over 2 is the same as 9 over 2. So from there you can create your answer, or you can press this part on your calculator and then work your answer. So half divided by 9 over 2 is 1 over 9. So a gradient ya line MC ke 1 over 9. So now because the gradient we can easily find the equation. Y is equals to mx plus c, and then I choose the coordinates because canally point here C and point here M, so it's all up to you to choose a thing. And I choose point here C, and then from there this is my y, and then the gradient is 1 over 9, and then point here x get 2, and then plus c. So this is the same as 1 is equals to, this is the same as 2 over 9, and then plus c. Therefore c is equals to 1 minus 2 over 9, and then 1 minus 2 over 9 is the same as 7 over 9. So my equation will be y is equals to 1 over 9x plus 7 over 9. So this is the equation. And so that's it for this tutorial.